make something very, very, very clear because some of y'all a little confused. Ladies, your content should be generating you income. Good morning. Your content should be generating you income. And if it's not, you're doing something wrong. Listen. We spend way too much time on these apps to not be building our business, okay? Some of you guys are on these lives, on these apps for 5, 6, 10 hours a day and you're not making income. No business is being built. Ain't nothing going on but wasting time, okay? If you are not building your business, you are doing something wrong. But we got to get it done correctly, okay? And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do, period. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. Hey, and that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because it changed mine. You guys, listen. When I first started my digital product journey, my online journey, I was 340 pounds. Okay, I was a very big girl. I lost 100 pounds. And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right. Good morning. I learned how to exercise and I changed my mindset. Okay, so what I did was I took that knowledge that I had learned on my weight loss journey and put it in an ebook. And then I started teaching other people how to lose weight and they were buying my ebook. And what I love so much about digital products, you guys, you only make it one time. Just once and you will resell it forever, okay? I also need you guys to understand this. Listen, the reason why you struggle with confidence is because you never stick to the promises that you make to yourself. Never. Every time. It's time for you to work on the goals, the business, the content, the weight loss, the mental health, whatever. Every single time it's time to work on that, you bail out. You're quick to say, oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow will never show up. And over time, the more you keep not keeping the promises to yourself, the more you lose your confidence. The more you lose your confidence. And you need that confidence, you guys, in order to reach your goals. Because you can't see what you're working towards, right? You can't see it yet. You want it, but you can't see it. Good morning. But if you don't have confidence, you don't believe that you can do it. And that's the problem. I need you to be delusional as hell when it comes to your goals. I need you to be obsessed as hell when it comes to your goals. I need you to be laser focused on your goals, ladies, because that's the only way it's gonna get done. The reason why I was able to lose 100 pounds is because I was laser focused on it. The reason why I was able to build a 6-figure business was because I was laser focused on it, okay? The reason why I was able to glow up my life, build my confidence and all of the things, good morning, is because I was laser focused on it, okay? I was obsessed. I need you to be obsessed too, okay? And one last thing before we move forward, for a lot of you guys, the reason why you haven't started the business, the content, whatever it is you want to do, is because you live in fear. Good morning. On my live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You're running away from the business. You're running away from the content, the digital products. You're running away from the brilliant ideas that you have because you're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of looking stupid, and all of that fear that you hold on to every single day is keeping you trapped. Good morning. You are gonna have to learn how to let go of fear so that you can finally reach your goals. You don't have a choice, okay? You really don't. Now, what I wanna know, good morning, I wanna know this. Who on this live is fed up with their own BS? Meaning they are tired of always starting and stopping too. You're tired of giving up on your goals. You're tired of talking about the shoulda, woulda, couldas, if, ands, or buts. You truly want to change. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Very good, Vicky. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. Y'all, I used to hate that. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you are fed up with living paycheck to paycheck, and you know what? And you want to change it. If you're fed up with living paycheck to paycheck and you want to change it, Teresa said, me. Listen, believe it or not, you guys, a lot of people love paycheck to paycheck. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. They do. Their actions, the excuses that they make, the reasons why they feel like they're not worthy of success, it's all those things. But if you are fed up with it, go ahead and put me in the chat. And I also want to know this, who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is? Good morning. If you don't have any idea, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. For those of y'all who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Sunday. My name is Coach Jazz and I teach women how to glow up. On this live, we're going to talk about how to build your business from scratch and then how to sell it. And I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself, meaning your confidence, your resilience, your consistency, your accountability, your discipline, all of the things needed in order to run a successful online business, okay? So real quick before we get started, a couple of things. One, let's go ahead and start double tapping the screen. YouTube, you guys as well. The more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more this live will get pushed to more people, okay? Also, make sure you guys grab some pen and paper and take notes because I'm gonna be giving you guys a lot of tools that's gonna help you change your life and build your business. But what I know about you, thank you, Cash. What I know about you is you're gonna forget. You're gonna forget. You're human, right? Life, stresses. But if you write it down, you guys, if you take notes, anything that I say on this live that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? So make sure y'all are taking notes. So if you have your pen and paper in hand and you're ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. If you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Also, you guys, make sure y'all follow me if you have not already so you don't lose me in case you have to leave the live. You always know how to find me, okay? Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Also, real quick, we're gonna be speaking affirmations this morning as well. So let's go ahead and knock the first one out. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Ain't that a word? Good morning. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. So that could be exercising, that could be working on your goals, that could be eating something healthy, right? The more positive things you do for yourself, speaking your affirmations, the more you start to love yourself, okay? So don't ever forget that. Y'all ready? All right, let's get into it. So what the hell is a digital product and how will we build our business? Good morning. A digital product, you guys, is something you don't have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? Listen. You can create anything to sell. Please don't overthink. If you're anything like how I used to be, you overthink every single thing, okay? There's something that you already know about, good morning, that you could be monetizing right now, okay? I told you guys earlier, I lost 100 pounds, so I monetized that, right? Maybe you're really good at cooking. You could sell an ebook teaching people how to cook. Maybe you're really good at positive energy, just being very optimistic. You could create an ebook teaching people how to change their mindset. Like whatever it is that you're good at, that you have a passion for, you should be selling, okay? And you only have to make it once. That's it. And you will resell it over and over. Thank you. You can even sell an e-course. So you don't have to do an ebook if you don't want to. Maybe you want to do an e-course. Maybe you want to do manifestation guides, journals, a private community, whatever you want to do, you can do. You can do it, all right? Now, what I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna give you guys two apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them. You guys, let me write this down. I need y'all to write this word down, okay? Good morning. I should probably turn the mirror so that y'all aren't seeing things backwards. Hold on, for TikTok, I can't do it on YouTube. All right? That way y'all not seeing everything backwards, because I'm gonna be writing on here too. Good morning. Come on in. Come on. All right. Write this word down. This is important. And don't judge my handwriting. Good morning. Write this word down. This says execution. This word says execution, all right? That is gonna be the key word of this live. We have to execute. So if you're the woman who is always sitting on social media, taking notes, but never using the information that she is given, that stops today, okay? You can't just keep writing stuff down in a journal and think that that's gonna change your life. It's not. You gotta execute it, meaning you have to do it, okay? Okay. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Jasmine, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. I'm also teaching you guys how to sell it. And I'm also going to teach you guys how to build your confidence, okay? It's the confidence that we need in order to really reach our goals, all right? So go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, if you're ready for app number 1. Also, you guys, make sure you are taking your notes, please, and thank you, so that you can execute, all right? Good morning. App number 1, write it down. Y'all gotta put a 1 in the chat. Come on, y'all. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Thank you, MB. Thank you. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Great day. All right, app number 1. Also, make sure y'all follow me too, okay? In case y'all lose me. App number 1. Canva. Good morning. App number 1. Write it down. Canva. Canva. Write it down. Let's talk about Canva. All right, you guys, you will be using Canva for everything. When I say everything, I literally mean everything, okay? So, you want to do good morning? Yes, we got to execute. Amen. So maybe you want to create content, and I'm going to teach you how to create content. I got you. Maybe you want to create content and you want your branding on it. You want to use different color fonts. You want it to look all pretty and whatnot. Canva. Canva has hundreds upon thousands of templates that you can use to create your TikTok and Instagram reels, okay? Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Every single morning I tell y'all get your ass on YouTube. Maybe you're going to listen today, okay? And you need thumbnails to get people to click on the YouTube video. Canva, okay? Canva has hundreds upon thousands, good morning, of YouTube thumbnail templates, okay? So you can edit, drag and drop. It's so simple, you guys. I promise you a caveman can do it. And maybe you want to create an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do this morning. But you want it to look all professional, right? You want to add some pictures, you want your logo, all of the things. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you. Yes, thousands upon thousands, okay? So anything that you need for your business, I promise you Canva has you covered, all right? Now, before we get into app number 2, let me say something. I know a lot of y'all live in fear. Fear is just some of y'all's middle name, okay? Your name is Nicole Fearful as Hell Spencer. All right, listen. Let me explain something to you. For those of you guys who are doubting your ability to do this, some of you guys think you're too old. Some of you guys think it's too late for you. Some of you guys think that you're not tech savvy. Okay, let me say something to you real quick. First of all, what I need you to understand, especially on this beautiful Sunday, we woke up this morning. Amen, okay? That's a blessing. It's not guaranteed. Every single day that you wake up, I need you to be focusing on something towards your purpose. I need you to be doing something that's going to build your self-love, okay? We need to stop wasting our time. So for those of y'all who think it's too late for you, no, it's not, because you woke up, which means you were blessed with another opportunity to work towards your goals. For those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I tell y'all? You can be monetizing your knowledge, right? I said that. For those of y'all who are older, y'all got a lot of knowledge. Y'all got a lot of wisdom. Y'all have a lot of information that younger people don't have, life experiences. That's what you should be selling, okay? And for those of you guys, thank you, Watch. For those of you guys who think you don't have enough tech savviness, listen, let me explain something to you. Miss Ma'am, you are glued to your phone 24/7. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. You use technology all day, every day. You have more than enough tech savviness to build your business, okay? So I hope we got all that out of our system. I don't want to hear no more ifs, ands, or buts, all right? If you're ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. Listen, I know one thing. I'm not the coach for everybody, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. We don't do lies over here. We're not doing no lies, okay? I'm not with the shits. All right, and any excuse that you think you have, I promise you, I have a solution for you. Try me. Try me, okay? I promise you I have a solution. All right, app number 2. Make sure you guys are taking notes, by the way, okay? App number 2. Write it down, and then we're going to talk about it. Good morning. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all of the least. Okay? App number 2. I need to get some better markers. Chat GPT. Good morning. App number 2 is Chat GPT. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. This is AI, ladies. Welcome to the world of AI. In case you didn't know, you finna find out today. Yes, Alexis. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Y'all didn't know? I'm about to put y'all on game. Now, some of y'all already have chat and y'all use it daily. Congratulations. But my question is, are you using it for the business? Are you using it to make content? If the answer is no, we got to change all of that, okay? I want you to be using chat for everything, all right? So maybe you want to create content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel like I tell you every single morning, but you're a little camera shy. You don't know what to say in the videos. Chat will script the entire video for you from beginning to end. Now all you gotta do is say the words, okay? Maybe you wanna create your ebook. You wanna build your digital product business. Chat will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 60 seconds. Listen. It has never been easier, you guys, than today to build your online business, okay? And that's what we're gonna do. So I gave you Canva, I gave you chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write the ebook. Y'all ready? If you are ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a serious disservice. Good morning, because I'm literally about to give you the prompt, okay? And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up. We are building our online business from scratch, and we're building ourselves. Let's do an affirmation while I wait for some readies. Y'all need to make sure y'all taking these notes. How about this? I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. I am deserving of every bit of love, good morning, joy, and positivity that comes my way. In other words, you are worthy of this business. You are worthy of wealth. You are worthy of success. And don't ever let any of these chicken heads out here try to convince you that you're not, okay? They're haters. You are worthy of all of the things. And you better act like it, okay? Okay, very good. All right, prompt number 1, write this down, here we go. You're gonna open up chat. In the search bar, you're gonna type this in. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all better get to writing. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Good morning. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, got that in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. Ladies, closed mouths do not get fed, okay? How can we execute if we don't even know what the hell we supposed to be doing? You better be writing it down. Let's go, let's go. Let me know. I need to see some got that's in the chat. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I need to see some got that's in the chat. Y'all best get to writing. Let's go. Write it down. Write it down. I need some got that's. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Make sure you follow me if you haven't already. Click the follow button. Also, TikTok family, listen. The more we interact with this live, thank you, Kimberly. The more we like, comment, and share, the more this live gets pushed to more people, okay? Believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They're tired of starting and stopping. They're tired of calling themselves stupid. They're tired of not reaching their goals. They're tired of all of it too, right? So just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find others, okay? So go ahead and like, comment, share, all the things. All right, y'all got that. Great, 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 great. Okay, now I need y'all to write this word down before we move any further. Gotta make sure we're clear. Y'all better be taking these notes. Write this down. Sorry, you guys, I need to get some more markers. Just bear with me. Write this word down. This says consistent. I know my handwriting's not the prettiest. It's okay. Good morning. This says consistent. All right. What does that mean? We're going to define it on this live because a lot of y'all are very confused. So I want to unconfuse you. Some of you guys believe the word consistent means once in a while. Some of y'all think it means every now and again, when I feel like it. If it rains on a Tuesday and it's 65 degrees. No. Consistent means more often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. I need you to become committed to being consistent with the goals that you have for yourself, okay? We're not doing the every now and again. It doesn't get you anywhere. I need you to be obsessed. Isn't that what I told you earlier? Good. I need you to be consistent with your business. That's the only way it's gonna work out, okay? Now, let's make it easy to be consistent because consistency can get hard because life be lifing, right? Okay. Listen. It is so much easier to be consistent when you do something, when you choose something off the list that chat gave you that you actually like, okay? I can't make this up. This is the secret of running a business. Choose something off the list that chat gave you that you truly have a passion for. Why? Because now it doesn't feel like work. And when things do not feel like work, you're more likely to do it because you are truly enjoying what we're doing, okay? This is how we live in our purpose, ladies. This is how we find real happiness, okay? This is how we learn how to respect ourselves. When you live a life in purpose and alignment, you get up every single day doing what you love, your energy is gonna transform. You're gonna be a totally different person, all because you're happy. Because you're happy. It's hard to have positive energy when you're miserable. It is hard to believe in yourself when you're not happy. But if you live a life in purpose, doing what you love, now you have real happiness. Okay? So please, choose something that you love to do so it doesn't feel like work. And then when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because you're having fun. All right. I also want you to write this down. Yes, absolutely. Write this down. This is a big one, ladies. Money flows where energy goes. I'm going to say that again. Make sure y'all write that down. Money flows where energy goes. If you're anything like how I used to be, my energy was everywhere. A lot of times as women, we give all our energy to our spouse. We give all of our energy, for those of y'all who have kids, you give all of your energy to your parents, your friends, your cousins, your job. And by the time you're ready to sit down and do something for you, you ain't got no energy left. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're drained, you're frustrated because you've given all your energy away. That's why. I need you to bring that back on in, okay? You deserve your energy first. Everybody else is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth down the line. I need you to start telling people no. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself. It does not make you a bad daughter because you want to prioritize your dreams. It makes you human. Please start handing out more no's than yeses, okay? No, I'm not gonna sit on this phone and talk to you about your man. No, I'm not going to happy hour with y'all. No, I cannot loan you no money. No, I cannot give you no ride. When you start telling people no, now you stop giving away all your energy. Now you got energy for yourself, okay? All right. Prompt number 2, write this down. Yes. Prompt number 2, write this down. Once you choose the product idea you want to use, you'll put this in chat. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. I'm gonna say it again. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. Thank you. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat, y'all. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed, okay? Exactly, and then you figure out who your real friends are. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be a little surprised. You're gonna be a little surprised, but that's okay. It needed to be revealed because when you start making this money, when you start truly living in happiness, you really building your business and you're believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have time for them anyways. They're gonna be a thing of the past. So it's best that you find out who your real ones are now. So that way, when you get further along in your journey, they're already gone. Because all they're gonna do is just siphon your energy anyways and hold you back. Hello. That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. So you might as well get rid of them now. Good morning. Yes, write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Okay? You're gonna hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. It wrote it from beginning to end. Now all you have to do is copy and paste, okay? So you will copy what chat gave you and you'll paste it into your Canva template. So open up the Canva app in the search bar, you'll type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna give you hundreds upon thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. They're all customizable, all right? Now, when you are copying and pasting, please write this down. KISS, good morning. KISS, this is an acronym. KISS, KISS. This stands for keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple, silly. Ladies, some of y'all are overthinkers. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and that's why you're stuck. Okay? A lot of y'all, I don't even know how you function like that. You are the queen of overthinking. Stop. It doesn't get you anywhere. It just holds you up. All right? Don't overthink this. Please, all you're going to do is copy and paste and just make it look nice. Make sure it's clean, simple, legible. That's it. That's all I need you to do. Okay? When you are done copying and pasting and you are happy with the way everything looks, you will download it as a PDF file. You will download it as a PDF file, all right? When you are done downloading it, you will upload it to your hosting site, Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. I gotta get some more markers, y'all. They are done. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. I done taught them. I done taught too much. I've been using this whiteboard trying to get this information out. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Okay, these are your most popular. There's plenty more hosting sites out there. These are just some of the most popular ones, okay? And you only need to choose one. You only need to choose one, okay? So just choose which one. Now, let me give you guys some tea. Y'all got all that before we move forward? Y'all got that? Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. If you need it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Don't make me go down 10 minutes from now and then you talking about some, wait, can you repeat? No, I cannot. Because you should have said you needed it repeated. Y'all got all that? Yes, I can. You will once you're done copying and pasting, right? You're going to download it as a PDF file. P as in Peter, D as in dog, F as in Franklin. Good morning. You will then upload the file to your hosting sites. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. All right? Y'all got all that? Okay. Now, let me tell y'all what. Let me tell y'all something. Listen. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? Now, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 6 years. I started during COVID. One of the biggest lessons I learned in life on my glow-up journey, my entrepreneurial journey, ladies, write this down. This is a big one. Listen very closely. We have got to get a handle on our finances. Oh, yes. The version of you who's living in her purpose, she's happy, she's making her money, she has confidence, she respects herself. She also knows how to handle her money. I'm telling you this because I had no financial literacy. I wasn't taught how to budget growing up. My mom, she was a great mom, but she never taught me how to handle my money, okay? And I thought living paycheck to paycheck was only because I was working a 9 to 5 and I just didn't have enough money coming in. But I still struggled with handling my finances even when I started making $20,000 and $30,000 a month because I didn't know financial literacy. I wasn't budgeting my money. I had no discipline. Whatever Jasmine wanted, she bought. Month after month, my account was overdrawn, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month. I never used to understand how people can make so much money and be broke as hell until I lived it. Your leveled up version, ladies, she has herself on a budget. She's not just buying whatever. She's building discipline. She has her finances under control. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because these hosting sites and running a business in general comes with fees. Good morning. These hosting sites have fees. Now, I use Stand Store. Stand Store is great. I love Stand, but Stand is very expensive. Stand Store is $99 a month. That is very high. If your business is not making $99 a month, right? Okay. So if you're brand new to all of this, you're just getting started, I want you on Gumroad. Start here. Yes, go to Gumroad. Absolutely. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. 10%. Okay? So that means until you make money, you don't have to spend it. Now, what I know is this. You're going to make money. Why? How do I know this? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're going to execute, meaning you're going to do what we're actually talking about. Okay? And when you do start making money, then bring everything over to Stand Store later. Now, let me tell you why I love Stand Store so much. Stand has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Let me tell you something, ladies. Let me give you some tea. Believe it or not, customers love payment plans. They love a good payment plan. And if you have a payment plan on your site, you will make more. If you have buy now, pay later, Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, what else they got? Sizzle. They got a whole bunch. If you got payment plans on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start on Gumroad, build your business, and then transfer everything over to Stand later. Okay? So what we just did, what we just talked about, we just created our digital product. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made the product. Now we got to sell it. We got to sell it. All right? Any business, whatever business you want, GE, anything, all this applies. Even if you're faceless, it still applies. Okay? So what we just did was we created the product. Now we got to sell it. We got to sell it. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell you nothing but the truth. Sales is where most people fail. Sales is 80% of the business. 80%. So we got to get it right. We got to get it right. You don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, I need to make something very clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook with Canva and chat, all those things, that should not take you longer than 2 hours. No, it should not. And respectfully, if you want me to be really honest with you, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2, okay? If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, we got a serious problem. I don't care how old you are. Listen, on this live, age ain't nothing but a number. You don't have excuses with me. I don't care if you are 200 years old. You're not gonna sit here and convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that chat gave you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we got a problem. One of the problems that you might be experiencing, and I used to be the exact same way, this is how I know, you want to be a perfectionist. Let me guess. Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman who's gonna waste 6 months of her life because she has to overthink everything and overanalyze and have OCD. Then when she does decide to get started, she's gonna stop, second guess her brilliance, second guess her brilliant idea, overthink, overanalyze, feel overwhelmed, get frustrated, and give up. Then she's gonna allow 3 more months to go by doing absolutely nothing. And then when she does decide to get started again, before she starts this time, she's gonna go ask 20 people what they think she should be doing with her business. Meanwhile, the 20 people that she's asking, they don't even have a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason in your head, you care about their opinions. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you haven't done shit but waste time. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Listen, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? I've been there. I know. That's why I'm saying this to you, okay? It is what it is. Listen. If you struggle with overthinking, OCD, whatever you want to call it, what you really are, what I need to tell you, well, first of all, I need to tell you is this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, ma'am, but you're not perfect. Ain't shit about you perfect. You are not perfect at all. But that's okay, because listen, I'm not perfect either. Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody is perfect. So you're trying to be perfect, it doesn't even make sense. What you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. You're so fearful of trying something and it failing. You're so fearful of doing something new and looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. And since you have all these fears in your head, you freeze and you don't do anything. Listen, you already told me at the start of this live, you said you were tired of always starting and stopping. That's what you said. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You said you were tired of not having confidence. You said you were tired of not living in your purpose, okay? Well, I'm trying to help you fix it. I want that to be changed. But listen, how can we build a business and bring more money into our household if you don't have anything to sell? How can customers buy your products if there's nothing for them to get when they give you their money? How can we build confidence in ourselves when we keep giving up on things? You can't. That's why some of you guys are struggling with lack of confidence now, because you never stick to what you say you're gonna do. In order to fix all of that, we have to change it. I need you to understand this, ladies. It will never be perfect, but you will launch regardless. You will launch regardless, and you will understand that everything, everything that you do over and over and over again gets better. Everything always improves the more you do it. Some of your favorite businesses have improved. Look at Netflix. I don't know how old you are, but believe it or not, good morning. Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. No, they did not. They were not always paying comedians like Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle for comedy specials. No. They definitely didn't have their own Netflix movies and series that were winning Oscar awards. And they damn sure didn't have pay-per-view. Years ago, you used to have to go on Netflix.com. You had to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. You made that list, and they would mail you a DVD off your list. Remember them DVDs? Them discs, right? And you could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for your next movie, you had to mail that one back. Thank you, Garden. And then they would send you the next movie off your list. They didn't wait to have all the funding. They didn't wait for perfection. They launched with what they had. And they knew that the more they did stuff, the more money they would make, the better ideas they would have, and it could improve over time. And now it is what you know it to be today. So, you're gonna launch regardless. You're not gonna overthink no more. You're gonna get it out. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, child, is because you're distracted as fuck. I said it. You're distracted. When you get off work, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about Cardi B and her baby daddy. When you do have free time off like the weekend, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and you're reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself. But again, you choose not to because that's boring. You would rather sit on social media all night long, laughing at funny videos, sharing them back and forth in the group chats. That's escapism. All of these distractions that we have are forms of escapism. And the reason why we try to escape is because there are things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of us just being grown women and fixing it head on, we would rather run from it. So we'll scroll on social media, we'll watch movies, we'll live vicariously through other people. But what if, instead of trying to escape a life we're not 1000% happy with, what if we just locked in and built a life that we never felt the need to escape from? So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna turn the TV off. We're gonna put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you will talk to them later. You're gonna sit down at your house. No, you don't need to be at Starbucks because you get distracted there. Don't lie. You're gonna sit down at home. You are gonna start your ebook and you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because you already know damn well you're not coming back. You will start it and you will finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because I'm being honest, ain't no point in talking about sales if we don't have anything to sell. What is the point? Make it make sense. Go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business, but more importantly, how to build yourself. A lot of you guys, first of all, everyone can have a business. I don't believe that there's not anybody in this earth that cannot have a business. But the problem is your mindset. That's the bigger problem. The reason why you're always starting and stopping, the reason why you doubt yourself, the reason why you think you're gonna fail is because there's things in this pretty little head of yours that's keeping you trapped. The limiting beliefs, the fear, the caring what other people think, the lack of self-respect. We gotta fix it because that's what's holding you back from the business that you want. All right, so let's get into sales. I told you guys earlier, sales is 80 the business. 80. That's more than half. Okay, so we gotta get this right or you're not gonna have a business. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest. Most people fail at sales. Yes. Most people fail at sales. And it's not for the reason that you might think. See, you probably think people failing at sales because it's just so hard. No, that's not it. Honestly, sales is not hard at all. It's people's mindsets that makes sales hard for them. There are people, you might be one, I used to have these same thoughts too. Some people think, well, Jazz, if I talk about my product too much, what if people unfollow me? What if people think I'm annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. We have to fix our mindset when it comes to sales. What I need you to understand is this, ladies. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. You have a solution to people's problems. That's it. People have a problem, you have a solution. That's it. You're not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. That's not your friend. They sabotaging you. No. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your business and your services because people will forget. You guys, people are living their own lives. They got their own problems. They're not checking for you. And people are being fed content all day long. They are going to forget. You have to consistently remind them so that they can remember to buy whatever you're selling. I already know people have horrible memories. Why do you think I'm telling you to take notes? I done told you about 20 times on this live so far, write this shit down. Because when life starts lifing and the stress starts striking, you're going to forget everything I said. But if you write it down, you'll remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys the key word of this live is execution? You've heard me say that word over and over and over again this morning. Why? Because I know if I don't keep saying that word, you will forget. You have to remind people consistently. That's the only way they're going to remember. Look at Amazon. We're all Amazon Prime members, correct? We all pay that monthly subscription for that 2-day, same day, 1-day shipping. Okay. Even though we all know who Amazon is, they still remind you all day long that they exist. How? Those damn Amazon trucks. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without being reminded of Amazon. They could have made those trucks any color, but they kept them simple and they put their logo on it. Why? So that every single time you see their truck, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorsteps. They could have put everything in just regular cardboard boxes with nothing, but they put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see their package, you think Amazon. You think they're worried about you thinking that they're annoying? Please, they know you're not going nowhere. They know you're gonna place your order. They don't give a damn because they know they're not being annoying. They have a solution to your problem. You don't want to go outside to buy your stuff. You want your stuff delivered to your doorstep. And they know that. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face. I'm all over the internet. Maybe you found me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to talk about Glow Up Academy every single day and not worry about people thinking I'm annoying and unfollowing? Without worrying about people think I'm begging them for money. How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. Women want to build their confidence. They're tired of feeling low about themselves. I teach them inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to become disciplined and accountable and finish what they start. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to build their online business and market and sell and not care what people think. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm annoying. If they unfollow me, I don't give a damn, if I'm being honest. And they'll come back when they're ready to glow up. They're just not ready yet, and that's fine. I'm not begging people for money. And because I have that attitude with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you're gonna have to have the same energy. You don't have a choice. You really don't. You either sink or you swim. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning and happy Sunday. Make sure you guys follow me if you haven't already so you can always find me. And y'all, please beware, they do steal my videos. And then they turn around and they make fake accounts. And then they're gonna message you, pretending to be me. Please, 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 do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these streets, because they're coming for you, okay? They is coming for you. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. Some of y'all haven't really worked towards your goals, your business, whatever it is you want to do with your life, because you're so afraid of failure. That word failure scares the hell out of you. But the crazy thing is, most people are confused as to what failure even means. So I'm gonna go ahead and unconfuse you, okay? Some of y'all think failure is when you launch your first ebook and if you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all really believe that if you make your YouTube channel and you don't get 100,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you make your first TikTok and you don't get 10,000 views in 10 minutes, then you failed. That's not failure. That's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I am officially done. I quit. Well, then you have officially failed. But if every single day you just commit to getting a little bit better, listen, I'm not even asking you for a lot. Just commit to getting a little bit better every single day. That's not failure. Just do something today that you didn't do yesterday that aligns with what you're trying to become. So maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you do something towards the goal? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today you get 5K steps? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you actually record the video? As long as we do something towards our goals every single day, that's not failure because you're committed. You're trying to get better. And as long as you don't quit, you don't fail. So for those of you guys who are so afraid of failure and failure has you in a chokehold, just don't quit. Now, you don't have to worry about failure. Hello. Am I lying? Am I lying? All right, very good. Y'all said y'all was ready. Let's talk about it. Let me try this marker. Okay, sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king and distribution is queen. Okay. Content is king, distribution is queen. Content is king, distribution is queen, okay? So let's break this down so it makes sense. Let's start with the content is king part. Listen, our content, that's how we're gonna get the word out about our products and services, okay? So when we're posting our reels, our pictures, when we're going live, we are letting people know about the problems that they have that we can fix through our content. That's why content is king. And because content is king, I need you to post consistently. What did we say consistent meant earlier? More often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, ladies, we need to be posting at least 4 out of those 7. But again, maybe you're not posting at all. Okay, well, improvement, would post once a week. Now we're improving. And then you're gonna take that 1 time a week to 2 times a week, 3 times to 4, okay? But that's content is king. Now, the distribution is queen part. Let's break this down. Not only will you post consistently, I need you to be distributing your content across more than bare minimum of 3 platforms. You need to be distributing your content to at least 3 platforms or more, okay? Why? Because 1 is too close to none. So, if you got laid off from your 1 job, what would happen? You would be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out your life. Like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Listen, I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, you need to stay ready so you never got to get ready. Now, which platforms should you grow? That's up to you. That's 1000% up to you. If you're not sure where to start, I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok, okay? And then choose 2 more. If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube and then build 2 more. Now, let me give you some words of wisdom in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Yep. Some of y'all are confused. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. No, it's not TikTok. It is YouTube. YouTube is the most watched platform. There are more people watching YouTube than cable TV. So I'm always going to urge and encourage you to start your YouTube channel. Just be consistent, keep posting your content, and I promise you, you will be so happy that you listened, okay? Now, before we even get into sales tip number 2, I need to have a conversation with my ladies who live in fear. I can feel the energy, because some of y'all got quiet as hell. I don't even know if anyone's in here no more. It got quiet in this room. I feel like I'm overwhelming you. I feel like you're in your head right now wondering if you can do this. You're asking yourself, girl, you told me to create an ebook. Now you're telling me to post consistently. You telling me to start a YouTube channel. You told me most people fail at sales. I don't even know if this is something I can do. Honestly, this just sounds really hard. And Jazz, you're cool and all, but I just don't even know. I don't even know. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, let me just get you to hear me out real quick. First of all, what I know is this. I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to convince you. So if you want to believe that posting consistently and starting your business is hard, I'm gonna let you think it. If you want to believe that creating an ebook that chat wrote for you and pasting it into a Canva template is hard, fine, I'm gonna let you think it. I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. You wanna call it hard? Cool, it's hard. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Waking up every day and not 1000% happy with the life that you're living is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula is hard. And you live like that every day. Every day. Okay? I can't convince you of anything. But life does not have to be that way. It does not have to be that way. Okay? Your life is worth more than being unhappy and paying bills and scrambling for money. Your life is worth more than that. Okay? And I notice a lot of time as women, I used to be the exact same way, we never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. Like, look at all of the things that you've overcome in your life already. And in those moments, you didn't think you would be able to overcome it. Maybe you lost somebody closest to you and you didn't know how you were going to navigate it, and you did. Maybe you went through a really bad breakup and you didn't know how you'd be able to find yourself again, but you did. And now here we are today, doubting our abilities to do this. But look at what you've already done. Some of you guys are single parents, no help at all, not an ounce of help. And you do it every single day. And you're doubting your ability to record a 30-second TikTok video and post it? Really? And this is what I mean by we have to lock into our confidence. Because you're doing way harder stuff now. But because you lack confidence in yourself, you don't think you can do this. That's a confidence problem. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps whose life is harder than yours. And they still show up, giving it all they have. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, still showing up, trying to build something for herself. There are people on these apps with serious disabilities, like they can't walk. They have sickle cell. They literally live in a hospital. But they still show up, posting their content, trying to build their business. There are people who already lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite everything on their plate right now, they are still showing up, giving it the best they can. Now let's be honest. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Let's just be real. Some of y'all maybe, and I'm gonna give you some grace. But some of y'all are sitting pretty right about now. You ain't even got a fraction of their problems. And you're doubting your ability to do this. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Ladies, my online business changed my entire life. I can't make this up, okay? I now have peace. I'm no longer stressing about bills. I have freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. I've made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone and some Wi-Fi. But before all of this, I lived a very different life. Okay, I've been doing this since COVID, so almost 6 years. But before COVID, I was miserable. I was depressed. I never smiled. See, I used to work a 9 to 5. And I was so excited when I got that job because that was like my dream job, so I thought. Okay, I was 23 years old. This was my first full-time job with benefits, PTO, health insurance, all the things. And they were gonna be paying me $60,000 a year. That was way more than I was used to because I was used to fast food jobs. Okay, so McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, I worked all of them chains. But when I got my first dream real job, oh man, I thought my life was going to be complete. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit they sell all of us. Okay, I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college. They told me to get a 4-year degree, work hard, graduate, get a full-time job with benefits and stability, be broke, live paycheck to paycheck, and then you can retire in your 70s, but there won't be any Social Security left for you. It'll all be used up by then. And you'll be even more broke because you won't be able to work at all, and then you can just die. I said, okay, sounds like a plan, let's go. My mom was telling me to go to college. All of my friends went to college, so I went to college too. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated, got my first full-time job 6 months later. I was excited. So I was ready to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I wanted to be an adult. So I went out and got my own apartment so I could pay my own bills. But I didn't stop there. Listen, I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. Don't judge me, just listen, okay? I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car, payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, but it was old, no touchscreen, no push to start, no leather seats. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So that's what I did. I went and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. $450 a month. And just so you know, like I'm sure you do, with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So now I'm paying all of these bills being an adult, and I'm broke as hell. Every syllable of the word broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. Oh, they do. They're not playing with you. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call or send letters. Just go get a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to your house because they want to see them tax returns. Because they gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw I made $60,000 a year, no dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. Huh? $400? Yes, that was the price. And it's not up for negotiation. That's the price, and you will pay. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford them, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, ladies, I can't make this up, 121 missed payments off of some damn student loans. My credit was shot. 520. My credit was a 520. So I'm broke as hell, paycheck to paycheck, really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. See, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I was a little naive in my early 20s. I was pretty green, okay? I grew up very sheltered. I didn't know too much back then. So see, I thought I had work friends. I thought we were a work family. That's what they told me at the interview, that we're all just one big work family. I believed them. See, I didn't realize how fake people are in corporate America. They'll smile in your face. They'll even invite you to happy hour off the clock, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you to their weddings. They don't like you. They'll do the Secret Santas for the holidays and the Thanksgiving potlucks, and we just act like we all really like each other, but they don't like you. They'll even text you and act like they're your friends, but they don't like you because the moment it's time to get promoted, they will stab you in the back. I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I am miserable at my job. For the first time in my life at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced how it feels to feel trapped, consider yourself extremely blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life not gonna get no better. You could try to have a positive mindset all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. And it starts to feel like God is ignoring you because you could pray all day, but it's like he's not fixing it because your life still sucks. That's how trapped feels. You could try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you get a handle on your finances, but every time you do get a little bit of money, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because you have too many parking tickets that you can't afford to pay. It's like it's always something. Your life is a nightmare that you can't seem to wake up from. And that's how I felt for years. I used to cry every day. Before I would clock in, I would sit in my car and I would cry. I started to have anxiety. Never had anxiety before. Anxiety is like butterflies in your stomach that you can't seem to shake. I started to be paranoid at my job. You ever been paranoid where you feel like they're trying to fire you? Yeah. I used to bring my job home with me. So I'm off the clock. Okay, I'm not getting paid for this. I am sitting at home replaying conversations that took place at work all night long. I couldn't even sleep anymore. I was so stressed. So I dealt with it the only way I knew how. I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves. It quickly turned into every single day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Stressing about bills is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living in it, that's hard. And some of you guys do that every single day. And you know why I was so depressed back then? I'm gonna tell you why I was depressed. See, I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I had no hobbies or interests back then. I didn't know myself, okay? My life was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, drink, sleep, repeat. That was my life every single day. Who wouldn't be depressed? But now I have purpose. I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. The beauty of having an online business today and for the years to come is you can monetize anything. That's the beauty of it. Anything that you want to do, you can do it. Whatever your heart desires, there's no limitation. You see people on these apps doing the darndest things, making millions. But guess what? They're happy because they get to wake up every single day doing what they love. Imagine your life like that. Imagine how your smile will just radiate. Imagine how you'll feel about yourself, all because you get to wake up every day doing what you love and get paid. Come on. Ladies, you can do this. And let me say one more thing before I move forward, because I need to make sure this really hits home. If you work 8 hours or more, like how I did, I hope you realize you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves you. Listen, I literally worked 9 to 5. Okay, so what should have only been a 20-minute drive to work was an hour because I'm in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours for the work shift, 10 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your kids and your spouse before you have to put everybody to bed and repeat it again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you have to do what you want. Sunday, not so much, because you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, he loves me. He loves me. And I now know that he did not create me to be crying every day and miserable and hating life. Why? If he loves me so much, why would he build me for that? He didn't. He built me for a very special reason, and he allowed me the opportunity to find it. He built you for something too, but the problem is your fear. That's your problem. Everybody talks about how that they walk by faith until it's time to really do it. There is something extremely special about you. And yes, a lot of times life has a tendency to just beat us down, right? Whether it was toxic family, toxic relationships, toxic friends, and somewhere on your journey, you lost your light. And now here you are today, not believing that you're worthy of anything. But that's not true. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of freedom. And you are worthy of wealth. And don't ever let anybody try to convince you that you aren't. All right? Okay. Sales tip number 2. Write this down. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Sunday. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, I am Coach Jazz, and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business, but most importantly, how to build yourself, okay? There's things about you that you got going on, this pretty little head of yours, that's keeping you stuck, okay? We got to fix it. It's your mindset. That's the problem, all right? Sales tip number 2, people only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust, okay? So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy, okay? So how do we get people to like us? Let's start there. In your content, ladies, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. Listen, the community that we build, the followers and subscribers, the viewers, those are the people who are going to end up buying your digital product, okay? Whatever it is you're selling, they're the ones that are going to buy, okay? But people can't connect with you through your content if you're trying to be perfect, because that's not relatable. Because nobody is perfect. So you're really doing yourself a disservice by trying to make everything perfect. Instead, what I want you to do is be yourself. I want you to be yourself. Be authentic. Stop doing what you're seeing other people do. People will be able to connect with you more if you're just yourself. Okay? So however you act when you're with your friends, that's what I want you to do in your content. That's how people are going to connect with you. And also, don't be afraid to share your story, okay? This whole live, I've shared mine. I told y'all I've struggled with weight. I used to be 340 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. I told you guys that. I told you guys I used to be really bad with my finances. I told you guys I used to be an alcoholic. I told you guys I was depressed. These are real things. This is real. I'm a real human being. Okay, so I need you to be yourself and share things with your community. Thank you, Carnisha. That's the only way people will like you. And for those of y'all who are like, well, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible. Because there's 8 billion people in this world. So somebody is bound to like you. Listen, I used to be fearful of that too. I forgot, when you post your content, you guys, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar, okay? People all over the world are able to tune in. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. Yes, they will. I have women inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world. all because I was able to connect with them and help them with a problem that they have. I have students in Canada, Barbados, Australia, Jamaica, the UK. I'm in the US. All because I was able to connect with them. So please, be relatable, be authentic, be yourself, and I promise you, you will be able to build a community, okay? Now we said people have to like you, know you, trust you. Well, how do we get people to know us? How do we get people to know us? You guys, look, and all this stuff that I'm telling y'all, whether you're faceless or not, it matters. So for those of y'all who want to be faceless, nothing that I'm saying is not stuff that you're not supposed to be doing too, okay? I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, interact, engage, ask questions, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed as hell, and you're gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna just say, fine, don't go live. I told you, I'm not here to convince you of anything. So if you don't wanna go live, don't. But let me just remind you of this. You also said you didn't wanna go to work. Some of y'all said y'all hate your job and you're ready to get out of there. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich, but they absolutely refuse to bust their ass to build their own wealth. Make it make sense. If you're still watching this live, we've been on live for 81 minutes. It's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. If you didn't trust me, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will make more on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. You see people, especially on TikTok, all day and all night selling. Selling, selling, selling. The internet never sleeps. So why do you think they're doing that? All right, I need you to go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For my ladies in the room who are live shy, let me explain something to you. The only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have any experience doing it. Maybe you went live once 6 months ago, but you haven't gone live since. Okay, that's the only reason why you're shy. It's not because you suck at live. It's not because this isn't meant for you. You just don't have any experience. But with all things in life, anything that you do over and over and over again, you automatically get better without even trying to get better. Going live is no different. Listen, you did not always know how to walk, but now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it consistently. You didn't always know how to read. Now you read just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. So just imagine if you went live consistently. Okay. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay. How do we get people to trust us? How do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, you guys, the more people begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust, okay? I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock somewhere, but most people work extremely hard for their money. I work hard, you work hard, we're all out here working hard, right? Okay, if you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, girl, you're gonna have to be trustworthy. which means you have to be consistent. You don't have a choice, okay? Because consistency builds trust. Now, what I want to do is do an exercise with you guys real quick. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out and take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this exercise is for you. Now, first what we got to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anybody can't teach you that you don't already know. And I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe that, keep on keeping on. Just know pride always comes before the fall and you'll get nowhere. For those of you guys who are teachable, you know there's room for improvement. I'm talking to you, okay? First, what we got to do is go to our profile. We're going to ask ourselves these questions, and we got to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Let me say it again. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Never forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how can you help people? I also want you to ask yourself this, and you got to be honest here. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then we should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Yes, you do. See, ladies, this is the beauty of life. This is the beauty of business. This is the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I literally mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. You choose not to. If it is not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then just fix it. Make it clear. Stop posting random videos about a whole bunch of nothing. Every post should be explaining to people how you can help them. If you are camera shy, fix it. I already told you how. You have to do it consistently. You just choose not to. See, a lot of us, and I used to be the exact same way, we get so used to living in a trapped mindset to where we don't even realize that we have a trapped mindset. And you think that how things are today is how it's always going to be, and you have no control over your life, failing to realize that you can fix it. I used to really believe I was trapped at that 9-to-5 that I hated so much. I really believed that. But I wasn't trapped. I was too busy throwing pity parties for myself. I was too busy feeling sorry for myself. I could have left years ago. I didn't have to stay there for 6 years. I allowed myself to feel trapped. You allow yourself to feel trapped. You would rather complain. You would rather vent. You would rather throw pity parties. You would rather make excuses. You would rather distract. You would rather do everything except the one thing that would literally change your entire life. See, a lot of y'all believe that you can't really change things up until you get more information. Some of y'all think you lack information and that's why nothing gets done. But it's not lack of information. Let's be real. You guys have your phone glued to your hip 24/7. You have access to all the information in the world. You got social media, you got Google, you got chat, you got everything right in your phone. You're not lacking information. You're lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit at all. You're the woman who scrolls on social media all day long, not executing anything that you were taught. You are the woman who makes excuses as to why things can't get done. You're the woman who talks about what she's gonna start on Monday. New year, new me. I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna start tomorrow. And those days never come. You lack implementation. You never execute. You always start and give up. And that's why you don't have any confidence, because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. Some of y'all been said you were gonna start a business. Where is it at? Where is it? Oh, it's still in your head, still being overanalyzed. Got it. Got it. There are things about you that are gonna have to change. If you truly want to become your dream version, who's showing up confidently, who no longer cares what people think, who doesn't allow other people to disrespect her, who doesn't disrespect herself, who follows through, who's running her business, living life on her terms, walking in her purpose, in order for you to be that version of you, there are things about you that are gonna have to change, because who you are today does not align. Listen, she's already within you, okay? That version that you dream in your head, she's already within you, but she's buried under the fear, the procrastinating, the limiting beliefs, the negative self-talk. She's buried under all of that. We gotta change some things so she can be unleashed and you can finally be that version. But it's not gonna happen when you keep making excuses. It's not gonna happen when you keep telling yourself what you can't do. You got to change. But the beauty is you have the power to fix it. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow in my own journey, this was tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. For those of you guys who are struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. I didn't want to believe that. See, I thought years ago when I was in my early 20s, I thought I was just paycheck to paycheck because I just wasn't making enough money. That's what I thought. I thought I just needed to make more money and I wouldn't be stressing about bills. Everything would just be cool, calm, and collected once I made more money, right? Because I was paycheck to paycheck at the job. I became an entrepreneur, and I'm still paycheck to paycheck, but I'm making quadruple what I'm making at the job. How am I still paycheck to paycheck? How was it that I was making $20,000, $30,000 a month and still at the end of the month overdrawn? How is that possible? I'm gonna tell you how. Because I wasn't on no damn budget. I did not know financial literacy. I was refusing to fix the problem. And yeah, that was embarrassing for a very long time. But I was gonna keep running into that issue until I fixed it. I had to learn how to tell myself no. I had to learn how to put myself on a budget. I had to become financially literate. It was my fault. Now, some of you guys might say, Jazz, that's cool, but I really just don't make enough money. That's why I'm paycheck to paycheck. It's still your fault. And I'm gonna tell you why. Times have been hard, ladies. They've been hard. This didn't happen overnight. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. The days have been long gone where you go in the grocery store and only spend $100 and that food would last you for at least 2 months. No. But every day you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started the TikTok 30 days ago. You would be building your community today. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to distract. You choose to do everything except the one thing that will change your entire life. And my question is, how much longer do you want to live like that? Because time is just passing you by. And you know, living like that gets you nowhere. I don't have to convince you. You can look at your life and see, where have all these excuses gotten me? Time is moving quickly, and I don't have to convince you of that either. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, it's already 8:30? Wow, I can't believe it's 5 o'clock. Wow, can you believe New Year's is in a few days? How many times a day do you do that? I do that all day. Time is moving. But you choose to just keep wasting it. That has to change, ladies. And look, I'm the version of me that y'all see today. I'm nothing like who I used to be. I'm not perfect at all, okay? I done had some shit with me, honey, okay? Nothing about me today is anything like how I used to be, okay? I used to be full of excuses too. I had an excuse for the excuse, okay? I used to procrastinate. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start tomorrow, Monday, next year. And those days never really showed up, okay? I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. I used to tell myself how stupid I was all day. Oh my God, Jazz, you're so stupid. Why the hell did you do that? That's how I used to talk to myself. How could I be an entrepreneur running a 6-figure business when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I can't. That had to change. I used to live in fear too. I used to doubt myself, all of the things. I used to distract too. I told you guys, the biggest distraction that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, because I quit during COVID, you would have thought that all that would have went away. No. It actually got worse. Ladies, never forget, your problems never go away. It always just gets worse until you fix it. See, I quit during COVID. At least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm home, it's COVID, everything's shut down. I have nothing but time to distract myself. And I took full advantage. See, I quit on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house, by the way. Hadn't even been in my house for a whole year, but I was sick of that job. I had been there for 6 years. I had had enough. And I believe God planted the seed in my head and told me the time to quit was then. So I quit. And the plan was I was going to live off of stimulus for a few months, build my online business, and then my business income could take over from there. That was the plan. Now, I didn't have much stimulus in the first place. I didn't have any kids, okay? So I really didn't have much, but I was willing to just take a risk. I was sick of it, right? And so I'm at home, and I'm trying to build this business. I'm doing all the things that you guys probably do, watching the TikTok creators and the live coaches and watching YouTube videos and trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetization, platforms. But it wasn't working. I was getting pissed off. See, I was trying to convince myself that I was being productive. But in reality, I was just lying to myself because I was always drunk. Remember, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget it, okay? And I was lying to myself every single day. Why are my platforms not growing? Why aren't people buying my products? It was pissing me off. And then I started getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. Here I am quitting. I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with the lights. They told me if I don't pay the bill at the day that we set, they will cut them off. I already missed one mortgage payment. And if I don't make the next one, they will start foreclosing on my house. I was getting mad. I didn't want to admit to myself that I was the problem. I didn't want to say that I'm an alcoholic. Who wants to say that out loud? I felt shameful. So I didn't. I continued to lie to myself. I convinced myself that as long as I didn't drink until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So as long as I wait till around 11 a.m/noon, I'm not an alcoholic. Even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with liquor, I'm good. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But it's like, you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you hit a brick wall. Eventually, God is going to make you listen. I believe God is within you, by the way. He's not outside of you, okay? So he's not at the church. He's not in your spouse. He's not in your best friend. God is within you. So those ideas that you get, that's God talking to you. That gut feeling, that intuition that you get, that's God talking to you. And one day he sat me down and he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for entrepreneurship for years, which was true. I had. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you, but you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? You're gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna fix it? Are you gonna change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I actually started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales, all because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started to feel proud. I started to tell myself positive things like, Jazz, you're amazing. Jazz, you can do this. I stopped crying all the time. All because I decided to change. See, I think what a lot of people fail to realize, and I didn't know this back then either, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You can't have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God to give me, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. And when I finally gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. Listen, I had just asked God to help me make $60,000 a year to replace that job that I hated so much. And I even negotiated with that. I said, God, just help me get to 45K. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked for 5K YouTube subscribers. I was like, 5K, yeah. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and start to feel better about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then was not aligned with who I wanted to become. Okay, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to live life on my terms. I wanted to stop caring what people thought. I wanted to stop people pleasing. I wanted to have self-respect. But who I was back then wasn't aligned. And he wasn't going to give me the version of myself that I desperately wanted until I changed. See, God already has our blessings outlined for us. He built you for them. But until you become who you need to become, he will make you wait. Because you're disobedient as hell. See, he gives us free will. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to drag it out 5 more years, he'll let you. Go ahead. You want to drag it out for 10 years, 20 years? The choice is yours. But he will not give you the blessings that he created you for until you change. Because who you are today is not aligned with who you want him to make you. So the choice is always yours. But when you do decide to change, he gives you everything you could have ever imagined. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Okay. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day and feeling very low about yourself is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck and stressing about bills is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. So you have to decide, which hard do you want? Because I've lived both. I've lived both. And at least this hard today, I get peace. This hard, I get freedom. This hard comes with happiness and purpose. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. You can do anything you want to do, ladies. There's nothing out of reach for you. But the things you got going on in this pretty head of yours is what's holding you back. And I want to remind you of something. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God wouldn't plant seeds in your head if he didn't think you could harvest them. But again, who you are today is not aligned. You're gonna have to change. You don't have a choice. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. I'm only interested in helping people who want it. I can't help people who don't. And honestly, why should I, right? If you are 1000% happy with your life and the way it's going, then fine. Respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing, right? If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not, 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to fix it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. Whatever you want to do, it's in there. Maybe you want to grow your YouTube and monetize your YouTube how I have and how several of my other students have. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Maybe you want to sell your digital products, your ebook, or maybe you want to sell an e-course. Maybe you want a private community. It's in there. I'll teach you. You want to do affiliate marketing? You want to get a commission off of whatever you sell off for somebody else? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Anything, and I mean anything, that you want to do, whatever your vision is for your online business, I can teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself, ladies. I'm going to teach you how to build your confidence, your discipline, your self-respect, your accountability, and your consistency. Imagine how your life would look if you became the woman who actually followed through. Imagine where you would be if you stopped doubting yourself. Glow Up Academy is for the woman who wants to do more with her life than what she's doing, who wants to fix what's going on in here so she can finally live the life of her dreams. Glow Up Academy gives you the structure, and it gives you the belief in yourself to actually get it done. Now, before I let you join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not everybody has the same goal. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock into one. I told you guys, money flows where energy goes, right? Sometimes we have our hands in too many baskets. We got all these ideas and we're trying to do all of them at once. No ma'am, no sir. One idea. We will choose your most favorite one and we will build it. And then once it's flourishing, we'll go back into the pile and build another one. And some people have no clue what they want to do, and that's fine. I can help you figure that out too. No matter where you're at on your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I'm able to pour into everyone the way that they deserve. So once 10 people join, I take the link down. You cannot join until I'm ready for more people, okay? I'm also going to set a 10-minute timer because I told you guys I only want to help people who want it. I'm not here to convince you, and I can't. So I'm not even going to try, okay? Women who want to fix it, they want to change, they move. I'm not trying to pull your hair, okay? So 10-minute timer. Once the timer goes off, we're done, okay? One last thing, lifetime access. So once you're in forever, okay? We do live coaching calls on Thursdays. We do book club Sunday resets on Sundays, okay? We do new member orientations on Tuesdays. There's always something going on. You're never by yourself, okay? Now, I normally allow people to join for lifetime access for $597, and people pay for it. I had 4 women join yesterday at $597. But, because you sat here, you took your notes, you asked questions, and you listened, I'm gonna take the price down, okay? But once the timer goes off, the price goes back up. So you have to move, okay? I'm gonna take the price down to $249. You can use Afterpay or Klarna. You can still get the discount. And once you're in forever, okay? All right. I'm gonna show you guys how to join first, and then I'll set the timer. Remember, once the timer goes off, we're done, okay? I'm gonna start with TikTok, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang out for a few seconds. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to click on my profile picture up at the top. Now, TikTok number 2, this one right here, that's my backup. So my profile does not look like this. However, the link is still the same, okay? Hold on, let me turn the screen light down. You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here. You're gonna click on this red button that says open. Good morning. You're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, all right? It has already been marked down. Become the woman who actually follows through, 249, all right? Scroll down, feel free to read all of my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. You guys, the email you put in is where it's going. So please quadruple check. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you, okay? Obviously, if you still mess up, we're gonna get it right on this live. I'm just saying, let's try to make it work the first time, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, and then click on Start My Glow Up right here, all right? Now, you're gonna be getting 2 emails. The first email comes from Stan. The second email is gonna say Jasmine Spencer. That is me. Because we're not doing monthly membership, it's one-time lifetime access, I'm adding you manually, okay? So that second email is your invite link so that there's no payment, monthly payment for you, okay? So please make sure you accept that on this live. Do not leave off my live until you confirm to me that you're in, okay? I like to get everyone where they need to be while we're here, all right? All right, I'm gonna show you guys again. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. On my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, red button that says open, and then Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, 249. YouTube, your instructions are just a little bit different. You're going to leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who follows through. Scroll down. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click on this blue button that says Start My Glow Up, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set our timer for 10 minutes. For the ladies who joined, 1 second, I'm about to send out the invite links now, so just bear with me. Let me set my timer. Okay, you guys, the timer has started. I'm sending out the invitations now. You guys, please do not leave off my live until you confirm that you got both emails. I really want to know this, okay? Some of y'all be quick, y'all join, y'all dip. Please don't do that, all right? Now, when you guys get in, I want you guys, while you're waiting for me, as soon as I get off live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy and start talking to you. So make sure you guys check your inbox because I want to know what you're struggling with, what have you tried, what haven't you tried, whatever your ideas are. I want to know everything, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message. Now, while you're waiting for me to get off of live, I want you guys to click on the Classroom tab right here. And I want you guys to start with the Welcome and Orientation Vault, okay? It's a 7-day orientation, very short, sweet to the point, with a small homework assignment for you that builds your confidence and starts you building your business, okay? And the reason why I want you guys to work on that is because I already know that you can do anything you put your mind to. I already know this, okay? But I need you to know this, okay? And we gotta start by building that belief within yourself. Every time that you start something and finish it, you are stacking proof to yourself that you are capable. And it's that self-belief that we need in order to reach our goals, okay? So that's why it's structured like that. So every single day for 7 days, I have something very small for you to do, very quick, but still stacking proof for yourself. Now, once you finish your orientation, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. Whatever path your heart desires, you choose. If you're ready for business building, then I want you guys to go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through step by step how to create your ebook, how to use ChatGPT and Canva. So for those of you guys who don't know how to use Canva, you're not familiar with chat, that's fine. I walk you through it. It's about a 3-hour class. There's a lot of information. But the beauty is you can pause it and start it when you need to, okay? But I share my screen with you and walk you through everything. Once your product is complete, I teach you how to set up your business, your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, whichever one you want to file, and then how to file your taxes, and how to build your business credit. So all that's in the business building vault. If you already have a product, but you're struggling with sales, then I want you to go to the marketing mastery vault, okay? I walk you guys through how to create content to attract an audience who wants what you're selling, okay? What kind of things to say, how you should price your product, all of the things, okay? If you're not quite ready for business, maybe you want to work on your mindset a little bit more, that's fine. I want you to go to the mindset and motivation vault, okay? This teaches you how to build your confidence, how to stop people pleasing, how to set boundaries, how to become more disciplined, all right? How to start believing in yourself. Lots of videos in here for your mindset, all right? Maybe you want to focus more on pouring into yourself, right? Maybe you want to practice more self-love. I want you to go to the femininity and self-care vault. Maybe you want to build your Instagram vault. Maybe you want to grow your TikTok. You want to sell on TikTok like how I do and how my students do and how thousands of creators do. TikTok vault. If you want to go to YouTube vault. If you want to be a faceless creator, go to the faceless vault, okay? Faceless vault's down here. Faceless vault, okay? Maybe you're healing. Maybe you left a toxic relationship. Maybe you're going through heartbreak, friendship, whatever. Go to the healing vault, okay? What a lot of us fail to realize, I didn't realize this too, a lot of the traumas that we haven't healed from affect how we show up every single day. A lot of the traumas that we haven't healed from affects how we show up day to day. It all starts in here. It really does, okay? So if that's something that you're struggling with, go to the healing vault, all right? Okay, so lots of paths for you, whatever your heart desires, wherever you're at in your journey, okay? Okay. All right, so I need Alex to let me know she received her email. Good morning. And Chrissy, I'm sending yours now. Okay, perfect. Chrissy, check your email. I need Alex and Chrissy to check their emails, please. Please. All right. Okay, so we have 8 more minutes left and we're gonna close it out. Oh. 8 more minutes left and we're gonna close it out. All right. I don't know why it's shutting like that, child. I'm gonna get this replaced. Okay. I don't know what was going on with that. All right. 8 more minutes and we're gonna close it out. Let's do some more affirmations before we get up off this live. Let's go. Yes, I got you. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna leave the live and you come to my YouTube channel. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you'll click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is marked down to 249. Once the live is over, it goes back up to 597. All right. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, and then click on this link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button that says open. And then click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access 249. Become the woman who actually follows through, okay? Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and click Start My Glow Up. Let me check, 1 second. Yes, I got you. Let me send it now. All right, check your inbox. The message just come from Jasmine Spencer. So 2 emails, one from Stan and then one from Jasmine Spencer. Okay, that's me. Jasmine Spencer is me, okay? Let me know you got both. All right, we have a few more minutes, you guys, and we're closing it out. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. This is why I keep telling you guys, when you live in purpose, I can't make this up, your whole energy changes. Your vibration changes. Everything about you just changes because you're happy. You're doing things that you love. That's what develops the self-love. And then when you have self-love, you only tolerate things that pour into you. You don't tolerate toxic BS from people because you don't tolerate that from yourself. So if you get to a point in your journey where you don't tolerate BS from yourself, you're damn sure not going to tolerate BS from other people. Clock it. Clock it. I can't make this up. A lot of times, you know, when we're dealing with people who aren't really the best people, it's because we treat ourselves like that. But when you get to a point where you treat yourself with respect, love, kindness, you wouldn't let anybody come into your space and not treat you with the same love and respect that you treat yourself. That is real. But that all comes through self-love, okay? I am stronger than the sadness and I will rise above it. I am stronger than the sadness and I will rise above it. Yes. You have a choice every single day. I know sometimes it sounds hard. I'm not taking that away from you, but you do have a choice every single day. You choose to either be happy today or you choose to be sad today. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Let's say you choose to be happy today, okay? So we're gonna get out of bed and we're gonna do something that makes us happy, okay? Ooh, every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Amen, amen. And you guys, self-care isn't just nails and hair. No. Self-care is exercising, eating healthy, going to counseling, healing from your traumas, starting things that align with where you want to be in the future. Are you going to counseling? You guys, listen. Counseling is essential. I told y'all, a lot of the things that happened in your life, you think you're over, you ain't really over that shit. I can't make this up. You think, because you're not crying about it, you think that it doesn't affect you. Oh, it affects you. It affects you. It affects the way you move. It affects the way you see life. It affects the way you see yourself. Glowing up, that's a journey that you have to be consistent with. And I wish I had knew this earlier in life, because I could have been climbed myself out of what I was struggling with back then. But I don't regret, right? You learn when you learn. But looking back, like, it really is a mindset thing. Like, it really is a mindset thing. But the problem is, I know it sounds cliche, and sometimes, especially when I first started doing my affirmations, it felt awkward. Like saying you're worthy of success, like it felt awkward, like saying it. And the reason it felt awkward is because I didn't really believe that, right? But despite the fact that you don't believe it yet, you still need to do it. Because I promise you, eventually, it will get to a point where you actually believe what you're saying. And now that you believe what you're saying, you're embodying it. You're showing up that way, okay? You're starting to audit the things that you do on a day-to-day, all because you finally start to develop that self-love that you didn't have. And people want to say, oh, I love myself. Do you? Do you? Do you? Self-love is not loud. but it's felt. Like, you just know when somebody really respects themselves. You can just feel when someone really loves themselves. It doesn't even have to be said. You can feel it, right? And that's because they did the inner work. It's not outer, it's inner work. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Yes, you can use Afterpay or Klarna. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Amen to that. Amen to that. I told y'all that. Yes, you do. Unfortunately, sometimes you choose not to. Sometimes you choose not to. One more time, and then we're going to close it out. We do have 6 slots left. TikTok, in order to join Glow Up Academy, click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile. Don't forget TikTok number 2. This is my backup. You're going to click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says Open. And then you're going to click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, $249 lifetime access. YouTube, in order for you guys to log in, you're gonna leave the live and come to my channel, click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. $249. Okay? All right. Okay, you guys, I enjoyed you. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. You'll be getting a message from me within the next 5 to 10 minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. But let me tell you this. The version of yourself who's living her purpose, who's showing up, loving herself, she's not on social media all day. She is not on social media all day. Okay? I truly enjoyed you. I hope you guys execute the things that we talked about. We'll see. We'll see. Make sure you follow me if you haven't already. For those of you guys who didn't, I'll see you next time. For those of y'all who did, I'll see you all in a few minutes, okay? Very good. Bye TikTok number 2. And bye TikTok number 1. And bye YouTube.